The views and opinions expressed by guests and or comments are those of the persons who submitted them and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of In the Clutch Sports Talk and More podcast. Any content provided by guests are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company of any individual or anyone or anything.
Let me take you to my world, yeah, baby.
Excuse me, miss, don't mean to bother you, but I just couldn't help but to notice your style and your profile, the way that you carry yourself. Unlike any other cutie with a small waist and a big booty, you got that down-earth type of class to give you that inner type beauty. No weave, no fake nails, everything on this gal original. Pretty skin, pretty smile, have a nigga hormone running wild. With a figure to have a grown ass nigga and a state a shot to mesmerize. Just walk by and say hi, there's no nigga, young nigga fantasize.
Let me take you to my world.
Let me take you to my world. I knew this girl was gonna call me as soon as I got started. She know it's Tuesday. She know I'm on this. Good evening. Welcome to another great session of Matters of the Heart with In the Clutch. I am Sharita, your host. Daryl will be on really soon. Here, take care of some things. But as you all can see, let me get my mouse to work in here. Let's see who we get. Patricia, Miss Patricia, how are you, sweetheart? As always, thank you for tuning in. Tonight, we're gonna dig a little deep. Hey, Jessica, what's going on? We're gonna dig a little deep because we gotta talk about this thing. It kind of is going to resonate from the last show. The parent you needed is not the parent your child needs. That one right there. That's gonna be a nice one tonight, y'all, because it's gonna require us to dig deep. And there is my fearless leader.
Oh, again, I apologize for the late entry, but we multitasking over here at the In the Clutch studio, so we have to wait for the other operators of the studio to finish up, and then we're able to come on in. So that just is what it is. What's going on, cousin Pat? What's up, Jessica? Miss Bates, how you doing?
Hey, y'all.
Misidentify. Hey, everybody. Glad to see everybody in here. Let's got
I'm
this
so
thing.
glad y'all tuning in tonight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let all whether these good parents, what these bad parents, what the bad parents said.
Right.
You got some of them too. What a good kids at? What a bad kids at? None of that matters.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, this is kind of piggybacking off of some of the stuff that we talked about last week. And I hope that I hope Yolanda is able to tune in this week because I think it kind of started with some of the statements that she made that
Yeah.
we wanted to, help her kind of deal with things that she had to deal with in the past or whatever.
Right. I'm hoping she'll be able to tune in. I'm hoping so.
Yeah, we'll let a couple more people come in here, and then you can go ahead and kick this show off. I think let these mothers have their say so. Then let these dads jump in. As you can see with my tag, there's no right way.
Absolutely. There is no book. There has never been a book. We all learn from what we see, what we hear, what we dredge up in our own minds, what we think is right as being a parent. And that and I'm not going to be too hard on parents who were, did things out of the norm. Because, like I said, you can only do what you know or what you've been exposed to. But now, on the other hand, you gotta want to know better to do better. What's
Got,
that?
got,
I
let me
can
see.
see.
Well, whatever. I got my notepad with me today. I'm taking
Yeah,
some notes.
okay. Oh, I got mine
So I
too.
won't
There, we go, right? Because we going. Oh Lord, we forgot stuff
be
last week.
forgetting stuff. So I'm
Took
ready
us,
this week.
took us all week to figure out what we said we was gonna talk about. But
Watch, ain't gonna be nothing. Ain't gonna be nothing to write down this week. Watch what.
yes, it is. I think it is. I think it is. So I want in the chat for some of you ladies, I only see ladies right now. For some of you ladies that are parents, to put in the chat some of the, I won't say mistakes, but some of the things you wish that you would have done different as a parent, knowing what you know now. Because a lot of us were just in survival mode. Make sure they went to school, make sure they had clothes, making sure, uh, uh, they were somewhat mentally prepared for life, but it was based on what we knew. It was based on what we know, how we were raised. And sometimes we didn't get it right. I know I didn't get it right all the time. But I think for the most part, I did good with at least one of them. No, I did good. I did good with both of them. I think I did good with both of them. But um, I will go ahead and get started and be open and transparent. Currently, my son has went no contact with me. My son is 31, 32. I think he's been no contact for a couple of how long now there? About 2, 3 years? I don't know. But I think I can only say or think what I know to be true and what he believes to be true in his mind of what happened when I was raising him. I know without a shadow of a doubt, there was nothing traumatic. There was nothing, he wasn't beat. He wasn't, uh, nothing, not that I know happened with my son. But he has made up in his mind that I was a horrible parent. Um, but I can preface that with also that he has some mental health issues. And I'm hoping that's not too much of sharing of his information, but that he's having to deal with. And I think that's playing a part in his, I won't say making up something, but what he believes to be true, he believes it. I can't say it's not true, but I can't say it's not true for him. So that's how I deal with it. He
Let me
does.
ask you this.
Mhm.
Have y'all had a conversation?
W-
I mean, a real conversation, not.
I have tried to have a conversation, Daryl, but the conversation, because he believes what this memory, and I'm gonna tell the memory that he says happened. That and you will know that this is just not true. He believes that when he was 9 years old, that I pulled a gun on him because he had bad grades. Never happened. Never would have been remotely anything close to that happening. But he, in his mind, believes that happened. And for that reason, he has chosen to believe that, to roll with that, and incorporate that entire life, our lives. And it has caused, great strain because I'm not gonna keep trying to convince you of something that didn't happen. And I know it didn't happen. And because that weighs on me, because am I crazy? Like what, I know this didn't happen, but being the parent that I am, I'm gonna let you believe it, and I'm gonna treat it as if it's real to you, and we just gonna deal with it like that. And if it means that no contact with me, then okay, it hurts my heart. I'm still dealing with that because anybody knows anything out of sight is out of mind. And then not only not out of sight, out of mind, out of contact, out of mind. And sometimes I forget I have a son. I'm honest. Sometimes I forget I have a damn son.
Right.
And I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, especially once they get grown and they're able to make their own decisions, and if it's their decision that they don't want to be in contact with you, it's not really too much you can do except, if you got some contact information, maybe you can reach out to them, now, is that the only thing that he says? Because I just, first off, I can't see you pulling a gun over no bad grades, but
I think
maybe
there's
he was so
other.
traumatized he thought that what was going on, like.
I can't. This is just an answer I can't give you. Now there is things going on with him, where he moved to Massachusetts. He just got up and left one day. I had no idea. They didn't even know the boy knew how to get on a plane by himself, but he did, and he moved away, and he's been gone ever since. And since he's been gone, I don't know. You can tell me more about my son than I can right now. So you know more than I do. You know nothing, which means I know nothing.
Yeah, Haley, my girl. I love Haley. And I think you had mentioned it one time about a strained relationship with your son. I didn't know it was to the extent that y'all weren't even in contact. I didn't know that much. So, of course I'll be praying for you on that. But it goes back to, what we're really trying to say. Like, it's no book. There's no handbook that you can go to page 37 and figure out this or figure out that. We understand
Right.
that.
Right.
Just like you saying, your mom did the best she can do, and I look at it like my parents, they did the best that they could do. And we'll get into this later, but the thing that I always be like, sometimes we try to parent against how we were parented. Meaning,
Yes.
like for me, it was all the things that I never had, whether it was because my parents just didn't give them to me or they weren't able. I wanted to make sure that my kids had everything that I wanted as a child.
Absolutely.
And as a
We
young parent,
all did it.
but as a young parent, you have to look at it as a young parent. Here go a prime example. I remember when I was staying with my mom, we had a go-kart. It was a nice little go-kart too, which was fast. We had a go-kart. And we was young, so we couldn't really just get in there and go on our own. I remember my stepdad used to drive us down to the corner and come back, and that was it. So after all the kids drove up and down the corner one time, that was it. it was fun for that one little rip down the road and back, but it was like, dang, let me drive it. Let me, you know. So when I got older, I I bought the biggest go-kart we could get. And me and my
Yes.
kids would go up to Wooddale in that big open field. And I used to have an extra tank of gas. And I used to let all of them just ride it as long as they wanted to. That's how my youngest son ended up learning how to drive, because he used to drive it behind me as we went to the parks.
Yeah.
So, and I was a little kid, so I was riding it too. I was having my fun, enjoying it, you know. Trying not saying that, you know, my mom and my stepdad, they did the best that they could. And I understand it's multiple kids in the house. So, you know, you can't just, here go the keys, go ahead and just have your way at this. For one, it's dangerous. You gotta have adult supervision and all of that, and I understand that. But I think
Right.
we go above and beyond to try to enhance their childhood based on the childhood that we wish we had. In my case anyway.
Yes.
Drea has a comment. I was so busy trying to make sure my son had everything that I didn't have a child. I lacked in teaching my son accountability and responsibility. That says a lot.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
Yeah, we were so busy trying to make sure, like you said, they had the things. And when you think about it, we were living vicariously through our children because we didn't get these things. We wanted them to have them, but they didn't really appreciate them because they were not the ones who were deprived of them.
Because they got
So
them
to
too easy.
them, yeah, it was to them, it was, you know, they got all this stuff and end up not playing with it or play with it for 2 weeks and you know, boy, yeah,
No,
yeah.
my thing, my thing was my kids. And I guess it was because they were so young. They forgot a lot of the stuff that they had as a kid.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I remember when that little riding Bigfoot came out, I got there for my son. They forgot all about that. They forgot about the bikes. The only bike they remember is the bike that I got my oldest daughter, because it was like one of them bikes you see in LA with the banana seat,
Yeah.
those fancy rims, and you know, it was like that. And
Yeah.
everybody in the neighborhood was like, "Where you get that from?" That, you know, so she kind of had it. She was kind of like the big shot in the neighborhood with that bike, because everybody wanted one like that.
Yeah. I know Haley
We
would
just-
tell me that her friends at school thought we was rich. I'm like, we was not.
Nah.
No, at that time, but I don't. We just we made a way. She didn't laugh for nothing. She, you know, we wanted our kids to have what the other kids had because you know we know how we felt when we didn't have it. You know, so oh gosh.
But we used to think them other kids was rich when we was in school.
We
We used to
did.
think look, and I hope I don't know if he on here or not. And this ain't trying to bust him out or none, but it's just a show. I remember this so vividly, and that's why I hated Snowden junior high school so bad. Snowden was that school.
Oh yeah.
Like Snowden was like that preppy school, and I definitely didn't have a preppy budget to compete with them guys. I remember like Raymond Austin, Kevin Young, rest in peace. It was a couple more guys. Used to always come to school with them Levi jeans creased to the T, them Argyle socks, them penny loafers in them, the what'd you call them, the button down shirts and stuff. And I used to be like, oh man, they got me. I can't even compete with that. I got my I got my Payless shoes on. They look like loafers, but they wasn't loafers. You couldn't even put a penny in them. They had the slot, but you couldn't put nothing in it. It had the slot, but you couldn't put nothing in it. So I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. This how you do as a kid. You don't want them to see you got on them coasters. What you do? You cut the tag off of it.
You
You
sure
had to cut
did.
the tag off them shoes so people wouldn't know. And I look, that went all the way through high school. I had a red pair in high school. High school, I had a red pair. I'm just like, hey, it is what. But
Some pro wings, man. Ooh,
oh, what you talking about? So imagine basketball season when yeah, it was rough. It was rough. Read this one for Jessica right quick.
Okay. Honestly, I put all into being the best parent I could be. I tried and try to make sure my child have everything I feel she needs. It has been a challenge because I've had to heal from things from upbringing and not wanting to spill that pain into my child. Child, ain't we all? You spoke for all of us, I think.
Because like you said, even on your thing, what you got on yours is, let me take this banner down so they can see what you got wrote on yours. I'm not my mama, but she did her best.
That's it.
And I think we all can say that. And as much as it hurts us, as much as we thought we did the very best we could do for our kids, they still have something they're gonna say, you could have been a better parent if you did this, or if you did that, or if you would have let me have more freedom. If you wasn't so hard on me, if you weren't this, so that's why I say there's no right way. You just try to do the best that you can do, and then you just throw it up in the air and hope for the best. But it's almost to that point where, regardless of what you do, it's gonna always be some. And I think I told this story before. I get over my kids. I'll be like, why are you going down this same road? I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to help you. And my oldest daughter, she said, Dad, it don't matter if you've been through it before. We're not gonna get it until we go through it ourselves. So you're really just
wasting your time.
You're wasting your time. Then you have to think about it. Then you have to think about what your parents told you as a child that they told you, but you still went out there and messed up.
Sure did.
So once she told me that, I kind of backed up off of everything, took a different perspective, and that's what. And all my kids grown now.
Yeah.
So it's like I tell them, it's nothing I can make you do right now. I can't make you do anything. I can only try to give you the advice to put you in a spot where you can be successful if you listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I think what my revelation was to be there if there is fallout, if there, be there for them when the shit hit the fan. and hope they didn't get too deep and they get back out of it. And I just be there for you and do whatever it is that I can to help you through it. Because I done reached out. I remember I remember clearly one time back when me and Haley was going through when she was a preteen, and I was putting everything on social media that she was doing, And I think I had took the dough off and I had put it on social media. And you told me to stop doing that shit. And I immediately stopped it. I was doing what I saw other people do, and I thought it would be effective. No one in my circle said, no, do that. But this man, who is my good friend, who has daughters, recognized how I was finna screw up and said, stop doing it. And I did.
cause I ain't gonna lie, it's to me, it was harder with the girls. With the boys, it was kind of like, you just kind of be hard on them and but them girls, I always had a soft spot for them. So it was
Mhm.
harder. But I think my boys made it easier for me to raise them because they were closer to age and they kind of had already been through this parenting thing with me. So I
Mhm.
think they were able to step in, where I either wouldn't step in or didn't step in. I always knew they had their little sisters back.
Right.
Because my oldest son, he was kind of strict and stern like me. So I'm gonna show. We was looking at some old videos that we made. My son, him and my nephew, them some silly dudes. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to play y'all some of them tapes. And when y'all see my oldest son, the way like I had to be probably was going to work. I don't know where I was at. But if he wasn't playing me to the T, telling them if y'all don't do this and y'all don't do it, my son and my nephew, they just laugh and recording them the whole time. It was so fun. But
Mm.
it kind of goes with what Jessica got right here. I'm an avid believer of a village rather than its blood relatives or not.
Yeah.
That was, even though we in the same family, that was the village, the kids, my kids, uh, their grandparents, cousins, uncles, and all of that. We had to make a concerted effort to try to, raise them to the best of our ability. Uh, it's still hard because uh it's hard because you want the best for your kids,
Oh, definitely.
and but the thing about it is, like I got 5 kids, all 5 of them totally different. Ain't neither one of them alike. It's five different people that you got to uh try to raise. Then you gotta be fair, but then at the same time, you have to realize that what might work for this one might not be the same thing that'll work for that one.
Absolutely.
But
And
then
I
it but
think
see
the
then
mistake our parents made was trying to parent all the kids the same, as if they were the same people. And that's where you get how you can get 4 kids in the same house and all of them turn out, different. Like you were all raised with this, this, and this, but 3 of y'all went way left, and one did. And then people be like, "But they was raised in the same house. How did that happen?" Because you're trying to parent 4 personalities with one rule, and I think that's a big mistake that our parents made.
um
Uh,
yeah, I mean it could it could be considered a mistake, but in fairness, when we look at things like when we say, okay, okay, and you know this to be true. If you got your kids and you say, if you eat candy before dinner, you're gonna get in trouble, right?
mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say out of them 4 kids, one of them eats some candy and then don't nothing happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
So now the other 3 saying, well, dang, he ate candy before dinner. Ain't nothing happened to him. So they do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get disciplined for it. that's gonna be a problem because they're gonna be like, why did you let Johnny get away with it, but I didn't get away with it?
Right. So why did Johnny get away with it?
Hey, you see, that's what I'm saying. Now I go back to the parent. It was just one of them days. I didn't have the energy to discipline or
Right.
whatever the case might be. But you gotta always remember, them other kids looking at everything. Now, if
Everything.
Johnny would have got a whooping for doing that, more than likely them other kids wouldn't have did it. But
More
then
than
too, we know sometimes that don't even matter. They could
Don't
just see
even-
Johnny doing it, they'll do it tomorrow.
exactly.
And I kind of, when I was thinking about this, I thought about what you were saying. You can't raise them, you can't treat them all the same because they're different. And I thought
Mhm.
about this. When you go through boot camp in the military, it's probably what, 30, 40 recruits in each platoon. That's
Mhm.
40 or 50 different personalities that the drill instructors have to deal with.
Right.
They ain't got time to figure out if Johnny need a little more help than Rob do. We gonna treat you all the same, all the way through. Some of y'all gonna excel, some of y'all ain't. But at the end of the day, if you make it through, you're a United States Marine. Now, a lot of people now see, and I know you're saying, well, the military is different than raising kids, and that's just okay. But you have to look at it from the perspective of when you put these Marines out here and they station wherever they station, it's gonna always be some good Marines. It's gonna always be some not so good Marines.
Right.
Still Marines. Some of them gonna go on to get honors and medals and awards and this and that. Some they they show up every day. They a body. We need bodies.
Right.
Now it's hard to try to say, okay, to put your kids in that same boat and saying, hey, some might excel, some might not.
True.
We don't want to look at that. We don't want to look at it like that because we want all our kids to prosper and do better than we did and have a happy life and all of that. But we have to realize sometimes no matter what you do or didn't do, it might not always work out like that. And that's a hard pill to swallow for a parent.
That's true. That is so true.
Then you start, you get to that point where you like, I don't did all I can do. What's that? Somebody, where Randolph at? What's that? What's the Bible? What the Bible say about that? Raise a child up right, and they might sway off, but they'll come back. It's the same thing. All you just have to try to instill what you can into your kids, the good stuff that you can instill in them, and they might sway off. Most time, we swayed off. Show enough.
Sure enough.
We weren't perfect our whole life. We swayed off and was, probably not doing all the right things we were supposed to be doing. But in the end, you come back to what you was taught, what you learned as a child. Because more than likely, that's what's gonna help you get through whatever you need to get through.
Definitely.
Well, let's take a quick commercial break and we come back. I see, and this just gonna prove the point that I'm making. Like, we weren't rich, but it's some kids who are rich, whose parents got plenty of money,
and they wanna, God.
And we're gonna look at, and we're gonna go over how that turned out. How did it turn out with them? The sale still on?
Man, yeah. And I got some.
That's what I'm talking about.
I got some more stuff for them too. Go on through the commercial.
I saw your testimony on there. Somebody said something doing good, so you should.
I need to send you that. You can put that in my commercial.
Right. You'll get it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Quick
Feeling
commercial.
sluggish? Struggling with recovery? Want to take your health to the next level? We have the game-changing peptides your body needs. Whether you're looking to boost energy, accelerate healing, lose weight, or optimize performance, we've got the cutting-edge solutions to help you feel unstoppable. Get extraordinary results with Show Enough Peptides for All. Call us at 731-420-5627 or email us at shownoughpeptidesforall@gmail.com. Show Enough Peptides for All products are strictly for research purposes only and are not intended for human or animal consumption. We do not provide medical advice or services. Please consult a qualified professional for any health-related concerns.
Okay, y'all. I'm trying to do specials every month. So this month special still kind of I'm gonna let it ride. 10% off vials. Buy 4, get 1 shot free. That's it. That's what you're gonna get for April. But now May, oh, tune in. I got stock. Look, I just got some orders. I just got stuff in. So May, oh, get your coins ready. That's all I can say. And I also have some infused items that I've made. I still got a handful left that I did on this weekend. So I have some infused oils and some infused moisturizer cream if anybody's interested. Okay.
We're gonna extend the sale through May.
There will be a new sale for May. There will be a new sale.
If it ain't better than April sale, we don't want to hear it.
It's gonna be better. That's why I'm saying, and you get them coins ready to be ready because this gonna fly off the shelf.
I believe. Tina Knox says some parents, and hey, how you doing, Tina? Tina is my woulda coulda been sister-in-law, woulda coulda been cousin-in-law. Some parents and grandparents play favoritism towards children. Glad you brought that up. Because I don't think it'd be so much favoritism. I think it just be, and I'm gonna be honest, it's just certain grandkids, you just be more attracted to them, more in tune to them. It's just, I can't even explain it.
Mm-hmm.
Like my oldest grandson, I don't get to see him as much as I want to. Of course, he was the first. So of course he got spoiled and we, all of that. Now I got 5 grandkids. Now you would think, okay, maybe one girl out of 5, she would be, but her daddy, she got him wrapped around her finger. So I was like, well, nah. My daughter's youngest son, like Patrice, is more in tune with the oldest one. My daughter's son. He can do no wrong in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Now the little rough and tough bad one, I don't mean to call him bad, but the little rough and tough one, I don't know. I'd be like, he make me mad because I think he be like, he always like to fight and stuff. He like to play and wrestle all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then, like we'll just be sitting there getting ready, and he'll just fire on me in my jaw real hard. And then as soon as he hit me, he's like, "Oh, my fault, Grandpa. My fault, Granddad. My fault." I'm like, "Boy, did you hit me?" I be thinking he be doing it for real. But when he come in there and I'm laying in the bed, if he just sitting next to me, I can sleep so good. No, with Hendrix too, because Hendrix lightweight, so I don't even feel him when he be on me. But Arson, he rubbed my ears. He just sit there and rub my ears, and I just be knocked out. And matter of fact, he told me today, "Granddad, you can't go to sleep because I'm not rubbing your ears. Turn over." Soon as I turned over, he started rubbing my ears. Next thing I know, I hear his mama yelling at him. I'm like, nah, he's supposed to be in here with me. He don't put me to sleep and ran off and got some candy. So I ain't gonna say, because I try to treat all of them the same and equal. But if I had to say who I show a little more favoritism to, it probably would be him. It's factors that go into all of it. What's the other one? Oh, yes. Well, see, spare the rod and spoil the child. See, they don't got rid of that. You almost got to spare the rod now. The way things going in politics and all these new rules. So that man,
Absolutely. Cause they don't want you to put your hands on them, but they sure want to kill them and put their hands.
Get the brakes off on them. What Prince tribute is Lisa talking about?
Going back to a Prince tribute. I don't know. Is it what's today? I don't know. I ain't been on social media, so I don't know if it's something to do with Prince today or not.
I know she a big Prince fan.
I have a friend that's a big Prince fan too.
Tina, you can't put that leather on them. You can't do it. You just can't. I mean, I'm sure it still get done, but you can't do it like you used to do it. Ben say my dad rotated on who was his favorite child for the week. Yeah, whoever didn't get in trouble.
Right.
Oh, it's the 10-year anniversary of his death. Dang, it's been 10 years.
It don't seem like it's been that long. But I guess it has.
Yeah, and I know I'm finna say something, and I hope my daughters ain't watching. I'm sure at least one of them watching. It's still, I think yesterday was the 11-year anniversary of their mom passing away.
Oh.
Time is flying.
I know,
yeah,
right?
Yesterday, I was wondering, because I was asking myself, why my daughter going to the grave site? And I just thought about it. That's why she went. I try not to think about it. Stuff just, Jessica says, but this new generation is very sensitive. So the same things that we grew up off of, they don't interpret it in the same, nor can handle it. Well, that's true. But you have to realize that part of that is because of us. It's not because of them.
Right.
It's because of us. Because we don't, and I know society different. Like I know when I grew up, I can't remember the different ages or whatever. Like at one point we couldn't leave the yard. I mean, you just had to play in the yard, or I could go across the street and play over there as long as I was in eyesight, or we could go next door. That was it. At one while it was just in the yard. You couldn't even go next door. No. Then it started being, okay, you can go next door, you can go across the street, you can go down a couple of houses. Then it got to, okay, as long as you stay on the street, as long as you stay on the street, you good. But you could do that because everybody up and down the street knew everybody. Absolutely. So you couldn't be doing something you weren't supposed to be doing because somebody, look, I don't know if everybody just exchanged numbers, but their parent found out what you was doing some kind of way.
Before you got home from school.
Before you got home, that information got to them parents. And these ain't cell phones where you texting, these landlines.
Yes.
So hey, so the village part of it has been diminished because we don't have we don't live in that type of society where everybody on the street know everybody and can communicate that. But even the things, like I said, I was hard on my kids, but I wasn't as hard on them as my dad was on me. I just wasn't. Because the one thing that I hated, growing up was the group punishment.
Oh God, yes.
Because one sibling did something, everybody in trouble.
Everybody. I didn't like that at all.
And it go back to the snitches get stitches and all of that. It's like you don't want to be the snitch, but then you don't want to take that whooping either, or the punishment or whatever came along with it. So, I always told my kid, hey, tell me the truth and we'll go from there. You tell me a lie, it ain't none. We can't. It ain't none to negotiate. It's non-negotiable. Hey,
Right.
And sometimes they, when they come out and just tell me the truth, I give them a pass. I be like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just don't let it happen again. But you can only do that so many times, especially if it's the same thing going over and over again. No, I can't let you get away with all of that.
Because now you playing with me.
Yeah, now you're playing with me. Now you don't believe fat meat greasy.
Mhm.
But Jessica, she right. I mean, this generation is sensitive because we made them sensitive. It's not their fault. It's our fault. And I say it all the time. I'm a big proponent of saying, hey, we messed them up. We messed up our generation of kids.
We definitely did.
We thought we were doing better, but we really messed them up. Like if I could go back now, there's so many things that I know that I would do differently. But then again, you say that and you think that you might go back and make it worse.
And make it worse.
Hey, Tina, see now, I shouldn't have put this up. This the information that get people in trouble. She said, yes, you can, just don't bruise them. Our parents would discipline us and tell us what they were spanking us for. It's all in love. Yeah. And my dad used to say, this hurt me more than it hurt you. Bullshit.
It hurt me, sir. More.
But I understood what he was trying to say. It wasn't the pain part of it. It was the emotional part. Because, I mean, even when I had to discipline my kids, you never really want to do it. It's just one of those things that you feel like if I don't do it, I'm not helping them. It's gonna make them look. I didn't get a whole lot of whoopings growing up. I got more than I wanted, and most of the times it was me and my brother fighting or us not cleaning up or doing something stupid. So I can't even be mad about that.
Right.
I can't even be mad about it. But I don't look back on it and be like, oh, that was so. At the time. At the time, boy, I remember getting in the bathtub, getting that whooping, and then had to sit back down in that hot water. I remember them days, them little switches, little belts, and I'm trying to tell you. So, I don't think it. Now, let me be perfectly clear. I'm not talking about these child abuse cases where the parents just went way too far. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when I say this one, I'm talking about them little whap, and that was it. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about where the kids couldn't even go to school the next day because they so bruised up, or you socking them and hitting them. I ain't talking about none of that. So let's clear that up.
Right.
I don't want nobody thinking we saying that's okay. But the question I always ask is, okay, if you don't give them some kind of disciplinary action, what can you do? Take away the iPad? Don't let them watch TV, a little punishment? That could work to a certain degree back in the day, but now it's so helpful for us.
Man.
It's so helpful for us to just give that iPad because when they in that iPad, they ain't finna do nothing, they ain't finna mess up nothing, they ain't finna touch none. So,
right. I don't know. We just, We just do the best we can.
And that's all we can do. It's no more than we can do. John
But
Ellis said if one did something, everyone was punished. Hey, and I get it in a way because you really trying to send a message. Don't let your kid, don't let your brother and sister do nothing they ain't supposed to be doing. Because if you if you do, all of y'all get in trouble. I get the concept. I still don't agree with it, but I get the concept of it. That was almost like if one fight, all fight. That was the you might not know nothing about that, Riri, but that was the Murdochs.
oh no,
You
yeah,
know,
my
the
auntie,
Wayne them, it was like, hey, if one of them fighting, everybody fighting.
yeah, my
So,
auntie was like, yeah, let her find out that somebody got in a fight and all y'all didn't dog pie. Let her
and I,
find out.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. I don't know what we ain't had no rules in place like that. Me and my brother used to laugh at each other. We got in the fights. Oh, I almost forgot what I wanted to talk about. Now, we always looking at okay, you got these millionaires, these famous people. Now you know they kids ain't wanted for none. Can still get whatever they want. All you gotta do,
Yeah,
hey mom, or start any business they want because their parents got enough money to say, hey, okay, here go $100,000, go open whatever. They got it like that. So you know, like okay, I'm talking about T.I. His
right.
son King. He just got into some more trouble. And it just goes to show you, like, okay, you got a gun, you get pulled over. Of course, okay, you put it on the dashboard or whatever. So the police officer, you ain't trying to hide it, you ain't trying to conceal it. Officer asked you to get out. You want why? Okay, maybe the officer was wrong. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. It's all about safety. Uh, Now that I got my son is a sheriff, I'm more on this safety tip now for them, just as
Right.
well as the person driving the vehicle. But it's how you carry yourself sometimes. Like when you start, and I know T.I. don't talk to his kids about how to talk to the police. When you start telling them what you gonna do and not gonna do, and questioning them, oh, that's the wrong thing.
The wrong.
Whether you speed, if you speed, okay, if you speed, it really ain't no need for you to pull me out the car. Just write me the ticket. Let me go on about unless it's excessive speed, whatever the case is. It don't call for me to have to get out the car. But if it gets to that point, why try to play lawyer
On the side of the road with the
on the side
police.
of the road with the police? You're not gonna win. And then what was so funny to me was he finally got in touch with his lawyer. Said, hey man, he trying to tell me I need to get out the car. Oh, okay. He got his butt out that car then. So you had to hear it from the lawyer to make you get out the car. See, that could have escalated into something that didn't even need to escalate.
But
But it goes. But point I'm saying is this is T.I. Yo, his son should not ever put himself in that position.
ever.
And then when you look at it, now I ain't, hey, just being realistic with it, being for real. What he need a gun for? Where he going that he need a gun?
You get a bodyguard. You don't need a gun.
Exactly. See now I'm all about having, protection or whatever. I ain't gonna say don't. He don't. I'm not saying that. I'm saying what do he need a gun for? Where he
Absolutely.
going that he need to carry a gun with him?
And if you ever watch the show, you will know this child want to be so hood so bad.
Why?
He just want to be hood. He wanted to go to Granny house because I think the Granny still kind of stayed in the hood or some, not the hood, but he just wasn't satisfied with the gated community. He wasn't. He wanted to be with his people. But you know what? It was Tiny. I even it was the grandmama and Tiny babied him, let him have his way, was letting him go stay with the mom, with the grandmama and stuff. No, T.I. should have put, but I guess he just felt like it was two against one. He lost, the fight of trying to be the dad and say no. But that's how he did. That's how he ended up.
But you see how different the other child is.
Totally different.
He totally different. He like, man, why you keep messing up? Why you? So I think they were supposed to do some tour together. I think I guess that would be the older brother, Damani.
Yeah, Damani.
I think he was like, I don't even want to. You didn't uphold your end of the bargain, so it ain't gonna be no tour. And I don't blame him. Now see that, and I know, like T.I. played, I ain't gonna say played. T.I. from the hood, he did what he did back in the day, but I'm sure he didn't want his kids to have to do that.
No, he did everything in his power for them not to.
For them not to, and once again, like I said, it don't matter. So we ask the question, why? When we see the other young people in the streets, especially the ones shouldn't be in the streets, you're like, why? Which y'all might get mad. I don't care. I'm finna bring it up. I hope Gabe Sims ain't on here because he he made the point where that man grown, he can do what he want to do now. I'm talking about Ja Morant.
Oh.
Why was now see they try to blame it on Memphis. He acted the way he acted because he playing in Memphis. Okay, we already know he had a mom and a dad. He wasn't really one for anything.
No,
he might didn't have everything, but he wasn't no kid out here didn't have sneakers, didn't have this and had that. So my point is, I'm pretty sure his dad and mom was trying to raise him right.
Mm-hmm.
Now see people say, well, he came into all that money. You can't control a 21-year-old with that kind of money. But if you had even if you had those values instilled in him, why did he shift?
Right.
What made him all of a sudden he want to be the big bad bully, the gangster?
The gangster.
You didn't exhibit any of that in high school, probably because you weren't highly recruited or anything. You didn't exhibit any of that in college. It only happened once you got to Memphis and got a little and signed it. And it didn't start until he signed that big deal, not the first deal. It didn't happen until he got the big money.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm reading articles saying, hey, it might be over for him. Don't know teams really want him because of his attitude. And I heard some bad stuff about some things that he did while he was here, as part of the Grizzly organization. I don't know how true they are, so I'm not even going to repeat them. But it came from a direct source that was right there when it happened. So I tend to believe it, but because, I know how stuff gets twisted sometimes, I'm not even going to repeat it. But if it's true, it's terrible. That's why, I'm all for the Grizzlies. I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm all for the Grizzlies, grit and grind and whatever they got to do to win, because I always want to see all our teams winning and doing good. I think the best thing they can do is to get rid of him.
Right.
No way or another, they got to get rid of him and start over, because I don't think he can act right in Memphis, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about the city. I'm just talking about on that particular team. I don't think he can act right on that team.
Right.
Vanessa, how you doing? I mean, social media and the people in his circle influencing him. Well, I mean, the first two people in your life is your mom and dad. So what influence are they having?
Right.
You know, I don't know them. Now, you know, I see the dad and see, you know, and sometimes, you know, I look at it and be like, you trying to live through your son, you doing too much. You want the limelight that he living in.
There you live.
And you know, and I'm looking at the young man that just got signed with the University of Memphis, Fred Smith. I'm looking at him, Fred Smith Jr. I'm looking at him. And I'm hoping that his dad lets him go and let Penny and the Memphis staff handle him in college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to let go.
Yep.
But when we start talking about Ja, and we say, okay, look what happened to his sister. You're a good basketball player, but nobody want to fool with you because you got a bad attitude. You want to fight every game. So where is it coming from?
Right. I just never understand it. You know, maybe because we ain't got that type of money and but maybe we just don't get it. But I think I can safely say that if I was to run into a whole lot of money, I ain't gonna turn into no gangster. I ain't gonna do that.
No, look. Now I might get bougie on you a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But I ain't gonna get gangster on you. You know, I probably like I ain't never been that flashy type of person. I ain't gonna lie. I probably lost all my money trying to help all my friends live the lifestyle that I thought we all deserve. I probably would. You know, maybe that's why I ain't never get that type of money. You know, and you know, that's just me because I think like now, knowing what I know now, I'd have been straight. But back then, nah, it was more so if one of us make it, we all make it.
Right.
Wait a minute, let me go back to this. They feel as if they can't be touched because of who they are. Well, the NBA showed them you messed up again. You ain't never big. Hey, look, you ain't never bigger than the league.
Never.
Now, and I think he messed up one more time, slightly or whatever, with the little gunshot thing or whatever. And then, of course, everybody was like, "Well, why they finding him for shooting the pistols but they not finding Steph Curry for doing the same? Because Steph Curry ain't got no reputation of going around here drinking and having guns on him and beating up high school kids. That's why.
Thank you.
That's why." So I hate when people try to make them comparisons. If you got a reputation for doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, or just a bad reputation in general, the spotlight gonna be on you like that. So you just have to take the good with the bad. Now I ain't never heard a scandal with Steph Curry. Period.
Never.
High school, college, NBA, you know, and the thing that upsets me with Ja, like, first off, live your life. Dude, hey, it ain't my life, it's your life.
Right.
But you were about to be the face of the NBA. And we talk about and Lil Penny for them few years, Penny and Lil Penny was the face of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
His shoe still the number 2 selling shoe behind Jordan, and he ain't played in I don't know how long. Jordan ain't either, but you know, Penny's career was shortened because of injury, but his shoe still selling good.
Yep.
Because he was the face of the NBA and the things that he did during that time frame. Ja, they gave you got a signature shoe. The next contract was gonna be the super max. So now, at this point, you ain't even really the leader of the team that you own. So where you gonna go and make the money, be the man on the team, and be the face of the NBA. The face of the NBA part is probably over.
Yeah.
That window probably don't shut. And I just hate it because I mean when I ain't saying you came from nothing, but when you come from not highly recruited, and then you end up being the number 2 pick in the draft, to everybody is just basically saying, oh, Ja Morant is the face of the NBA. He, you right there. You on stage with Jordan, LeBron, Steph, KD. You on pace with them, and you blow it.
Blew it.
Now you might have enough money. The contract you signed, it wasn't small, but you have to look beyond basketball.
Mm-hmm.
What image are you taking after basketball? After all this said and done and over with, where you going?
Absolutely. I don't know. They just, you're not thinking past. He act like he thinking like cheering in the hood. Like you thinking 30 minutes away. That's it. You ain't thinking past that.
But I don't get it, because when you come into the league, they talk to you about all of this stuff. Be careful of certain women. Be careful of certain agents. Be careful of certain people. People who weren't in your circle and now they're trying to get in your circle. So the NBA and the NFL, when you look at their rookie symposiums and all the things that they cover, and but hey, it's just like parenting. You can tell them, but they still gonna do what they gonna do in the end, because as they say, they're grown now. So you can't tell a grown person what to do.
Nothing.
Yep. No, they ain't. They won't even put Ja on future NBA 2K game covers. No, they ain't gonna put him on there. No, now. And now you gotta look at it like, now don't get me wrong. If he go to another team, he bounce back. Hey, I'm gonna applaud him. Hey, way to go. I just don't see it, because now I don't know if these fake injuries or whatever, but like you out for every, so you sitting on the bench more than you playing. That's not good
At all.
And I don't know his parents or none. I know T used to train him or coach him or whatever the case was. So that lets me know that he's been in his life. So by him being in his life, he had to have some type of influence, because he was always there. So he had to have some influence. Now you can look at it now and say, well, maybe he had a bad influence on. I don't know. I don't know what he actually talked to his son about. But I would only imagine that he was saying all the right things. Now you look at and we can close the show out after this, unless you got something else you want to add. But you can look at LeVar Ball. What kind of parent was he? He was tough on them boys.
Right.
He was tough on them. Somebody, they were like, he cocky, he this, he that, he trying to be better than the NBA. But now the ones like all 3 sons getting the same training. They stay in the same house, got the same mom and dad. One of them, it's just Lonzo, the oldest. He was supposed to be the next Magic Johnson for the Lakers.
Right.
What was the middle kid name? Jello. He the middle kid. You can tell he the middle kid. He just in between Lonzo and LaMelo. LaMelo, the baby, seemed like he ended up being the best one.
Right.
Lonzo got hurt or whatever. We don't know if it was because of the big baller brand shoes he was wearing. We don't know, but again, they dad was hard on them. You watched the show, so you knew he was hard. Okay, while LaMelo keep getting all these speeding tickets in excess of 100 miles per hour and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You think you think LeVar ain't talked to him about that?
Like I said, I'll never understand it. Never.
Well, hey, look, it's an easy way for look. Let's hit the lotto. Let's hit the lottery. Let's make this money and see how it is.
Let's see. Let's find
See
out.
how it is to have all this money and see how it changes us and our kids.
And our kids, right? You just never know. You never know.
LeAngelo, not Jello.
LeAngelo, not Jello. That's the man. That's the middle child name, LeAngelo.
They call him Jello though, don't it?
Oh, I don't know about all that now.
I think that's his rap name. I think they call him Jello. Yeah, Jello. Jello. Might not be Jello, but it's Jello. That's what his daddy called him. His daddy said he the best one.
Mm.
And we know that ain't true, but hey, that's parenting. I'm gonna get now the one thing that he did say, it came true to a certain degree. He said he was gonna have all three of his sons in the NBA at the same time.
He said it.
Now Jello, look, he wasn't playing, but he was on the roster, so he he accomplished what he said he was gonna accomplish. But I'm just making that to make the point that even though he was a hard parent, he pushed his kids. They got to a point where they excelled, and they still doing dumb things. LaMelo, I would say he the best one, but he's still doing dumb things, and I'm sure. I know why they on the show when they were showing it. The dad was more hard on Melo than he was on any of them because he felt like Melo was immature and too silly.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't ever think he was serious enough.
Had keep getting folks pregnant and going with and
I ain't keep up with all that, but I think the middle boy Jello, I think he was trying to either get married or have kids with somebody, some model type or somebody. I don't know. I ain't keep up with that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't keep up with that too much. That's their personal stuff. I don't want to keep up with personal. He say Ben say that's big baller brand parenting. Well, hey, we gonna see. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the upcoming season with the University of Memphis Tigers. I keep telling people, lower y'all expectations for Fred Smith Jr. I don't want y'all to put all the expectation on him, and then if he don't do what y'all thought he was supposed to do, everybody gonna come down on him. But he seemed to be a hard-working young man, so I'm rooting for him. I just we'll see how they work out. And I think I'm gonna do a podcast on the Tigers. Probably do it one Sunday after they get all their recruiting stuff done and kind of talk about, Penny and the things they done been through. And you have to look at Penny. Look how good he was. Look at his sons.
No comment.
They should have looked. You would think. But hey, it is what it is. And look, we can look at LeBron. That's another story. We getting away from the topic, but as usual, we hope you guys learned something or got something from this podcast. So for you parents out there, I'll say this: for you parents that think, I didn't do a good job or I could have did better, you did the best you could do while you was in it.
That's it.
After that, me, I told a story before about me and my son. And like I told him, if I messed up them first 18 years, I apologize. But anything after that, that's all on you, buddy. And I like the fact that me and him can laugh about it now, and
Right.
I can kind of understand him a little bit better now from 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 how he was raised and the person he has become, and he tell me all the time, I wish I would have listened to you. I wish I would have listened to you, pops. But I say, hey man, you doing good. Don't even sweat it. Just keep living your life, keep making me proud, and you good.
Absolutely.
Only two folks that I know better than dad. Yeah, Steph Curry is better than his dad, and Jalen Bronson. Who was Jalen Bronson dad? That's something I ain't know Jalen Bronson had a dad that played in the NBA. I ain't been keeping up like I'm supposed to. But anyway, another great show. Like I said, Ben, Vanessa, Johnella, Tina, Jessica, Lisa, Wayne, everybody who tuned in, cousin Pat, first one to tune in, Drea. Is that Drea? Drea Bates? Call her Miss Bates. We appreciate y'all tuning in and listening to us and putting your input out here. Alberta, look,
My girl.
last week she the one jumped off subject talking about the picnic, right?
Yeah.
Now we don't lock the date in. Guess what? She gonna be on a cruise, so she still can't go.
Oh, Alberta.
Still can't go. Oh, she on one of them. She ain't on no little 3-4 day cruise. She on one of them. She on an excursion. She gonna be gone about 2 weeks.
I won't be gone.
Misidentify. Yeah, she gonna be gone for a minute. She showed me the itinerary. She going to Italy.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about.
This ain't just no jump on no ship for a few days. She finna do it up. And that's good. We all should take time and have a little time off like that and enjoy ourselves and go to other places and have that adventure under our belt.
Absolutely.
Look, my mama, have a great rest of the week. I know she had dialysis today, so I know she probably feeling a little weak. Glad you watched the show, mama. Love you.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, her and Pat. Now, see, if I call her right now, she won't be able to talk because they probably finna have Bible study. I be calling at the wrong time sometimes. She be like, what's up? Everything okay? I'm like, yeah, everything fine. I'll just call and see how you was doing. Oh, okay, we in Bible study. We'll talk to you later. Oh, that's good, though. That's good. But anyway, great show. Y'all come up with any ideas for a show for next week, which I think we had some pretty good ones already. Some ones we had to choose from this week. So we might already have some for next week. Probably try to get that out there. Look at Tina. Tina said, hey, mama.
Hey, mama.
Yeah, okay. Tina and my brother dated for a little while and they thought they was gonna be an item. So my mom loved Tina and Tina loved my mom. Yeah. Now I ain't gonna get into the dynamics of the women that I married and my mom. Oh yeah, I know who I remember who my mom. I remember her favorite now. Yeah, that was that was my prom day. My mom was crazy about her. She could do no wrong until she messed my mama coat up.
Oh Lord.
And my mom wasn't even mad. She thought my mom was mad. Mom wasn't even really mad about it. She could get away with it. Anybody else? What mama used to call? What mama used to? She said they skipped Bible study tonight for the show. Okay, well, I'm your Bible study tonight then.
All right.
Mama used to call. Oh my goodness, what did mama used to call my? I can't. It was. She probably don't even remember. My girlfriend, she didn't like. She had a name for all. She was. What was it? I can't even remember. But she used to trip me out. I'm like, you done brought that old. I almost had it. You done brought them that old.
She knows she been tell you.
She know, I know she know, cause she used to laugh every time she said it. But I had some good girlfriends. All of them wasn't bad. All of them
What
wasn't bad.
that's good.
I had some that I messed up, and I had some where they messed up. So it's fair. That'll be a whole nother show. The one that you missed out on.
All right. Oh yeah, that'd be a good show.
Man said Rick Bronson used to play for the Knicks in the 90s. Okay, Rick Bronson. I'm gonna have to look him up. I don't remember him. He must have been a scrub. But anyway, great show. We'll be back next week, same time, same bat channel. And we'll have another great explosive topic where you guys can join in and be a part of it. And like I said, I hope somebody learns some. You know, we try to be positive on this show. Sometimes some negative stuff have to come out to get to the positive, but it is what it is. You know, we just enjoy doing this. And yeah, and that's it. You got anything, show? No?
No, that's it. Y'all, y'all pray for them folks in Shreveport. That woman lost all her children. I think it was 7 children. One of them was a nephew. She was shot. I don't even think she knows her children are gone yet. I don't think she knows yet because she's still recovering. But y'all pray for them folks, Lord. Yeah, I even say send prayers to that man because they say he was a veteran.
Yeah, they was saying that he was showing some signs before this, and I don't think they no one got on top of it or something. But yeah, golly, it'd be no stories like that. I just, it's like why? I
Yeah.
mean, innocent, your kids at that, your kids,
Lord.
innocent, just innocent. So yeah, pray for their family. Pray, I know it's got to be hard on everybody there. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, that's all I had.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Yeah.